So this is my Avengers 3 Infinity War review. I just recently just watched the Avengers Infinity War, and what did I think about it? Man, after seeing this movie so many times over the last 5 6 years, without a doubt, it is still one of the best Marvel MCU movies of all time. I don't see this movie being beat anytime soon. Neither this one or Endgame. Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame are like the top tier best MCU movies, and they will never be top because right now, because lately for a while, um, for whatever reason, Marvel has really been struggling for like a long time, like for like a couple of years, and I have to say the only other Marvel movie or two I can think of that were just as good as Infinity War and Endgame was probably Spider Man No Way Home. That's probably like the best one. I like I like the Shang Chi as well too. Shang Chi was pretty dope as well. That and Spider Man No Way Home. Um, I didn't think Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness was too bad. I mean, it was okay. It was okay for the most part. It could have been better. I expected, I did expect more out of it, but I didn't. But because I heard a lot of people, really didn't like that movie because they were, because a lot of people were expecting way too much out of that movie than what we actually got from the movie. But overall, I still thought it was pretty, entertaining enough. Now it doesn't top the first, not the first Doctor Strange. I still think the first one was better, but the second one wasn't too bad. But anyway, back to Infinity War. Uh, and man, everyone does a great job. I mean, just having all these heroes in the same movie together, and the Hulk. Oh man, I remember when I first watched Infinity War for the very first time back in 2018, and man, that embarrassing ass whooping the Hulk took from Thanos. Man, Thanos, man, I mean, my jaw was dropped the whole entire time. Watching the Hulk, take that beat down from Thanos like he did, and then for some reason, man, the Hulk he just wouldn't come out no more after that, and that's another big Marvel character that they definitely need to redeem as well too, because man, they oh my god, they watered down the Hulk big time. So I want all that Professor Hulk. I'm like everyone else. I'm ready for the raging Hulk. The Savage Hulk to come back. That's who I want to come back. But but as far as man, the action was good. All the characters were great, and Thanos, man, Thanos was a force to be reckoned with. He is the best MCU villain, and still by far the best MCU villain that we've had by far. Like so far, we after him we've haven't had no other intimidating MCU villains. The only one, the only other MCU villain I could think of that probably close to him is probably it's probably Hela, Thor's sister that he didn't know about from Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, now Hela was a badass. Like I'll give her that, but Thanos was still number one. So in my book, and if I had to pick between Infinity War and if I had to pick between Infinity War and Endgame, which I mean just those two alone, which I think of the two were better, I would probably have to say, I mean, because don't get me wrong, I ain't, I mean, I love the shit out of Endgame. Endgame was really good too, but I definitely got to give the slight edge to Infinity War. I thought Infinity War, was slightly better. That's just no, that's just my opinion. I mean, everyone. No, it's just my opinion. Everyone is entitled, to their own opinions. So, um, but yeah, yeah, Infinity War, it's just a joy to watch. I mean, I could always watch it over and over and over. Like I've never seen a movie before, even though probably up until now, I probably don't seen a movie up to about maybe 20 to 30 times by now. Since then, with my along with my recent watch I just did. So, because as of now, the future of the MCU, like, I don't know, because as much as I'm looking forward to Captain America 4, man, that movie has gone through like three reshoots in a row, and they're saying it's gonna have a fourth reshoot, and I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I was like, oh my god, what is going on at Marvel? I mean, like, man, I'm starting to think, man, what is Kevin Feige doing over there? Cause cause like, how can you go wrong with Captain America? And I get yeah, we got a black actor, Anthony, as because that's a lot of people's complaint, that there's not Steve Rogers, and, like, yes, Bucky could have been the obvious replacement, but then people forget all the bad things that Bucky did back in going all the way back to Captain America 2, Winter Soldier. You know, Bucky did a lot of bad things, and that's the reason why, and because of that, uh, Bucky was looked at as a terrorist. So that's why Steve gave Sam the shield, and not his closest friend, Bucky. So, but like I said, for a while, I just don't see Infinity War and Endgame, being top for a very long time, and, like, and with Avengers 5, Doomsday, and Avengers 6, Avengers 6, it'll hit me. I'm gonna just say Avengers 6. Yeah, Avengers 6 Secret Wars. There, it just hit me. We'll just have to see, because I really felt like after Endgame after Endgame and Infinity War, like, Marvel has just has really just lost its touch ever since then. It really has. Like, a lot of these MCU movies nowadays, they just ain't been all that great. I mean, like I said, No Way Home was good. Shang-Chi was good, for the most part. And, like, I did like that. I mean, I showed them, like, the Deadpool and Wolverine, but come on, like, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of us knew that Deadpool and Wolverine, wasn't gonna save nothing. It wasn't gonna save nothing. It was just a temporary hit, for the most part. But and man, I still remember watching Infinity War for the first time, and then, like, when man when Thanos has snapped anybody, and snapped when he won, and, like, yeah, no, yeah, like nobody expected that to happen. When he did the snap, and, like, he snapped everyone out of when he wiped half of existence or whatever like that. Man, I remember walking out that theater, man, was, like, sad and disappointed, and, like, man, I remember a lot of people's reactions that around the time when that movie came out. We just steady just talking about it, but for the most part, yeah, yeah, I talk pretty fast, so, I tend to stumble, when I talk, because sometimes, I don't sort of think a little bit of ahead, before I say something, so I do my best on that note. But like I said, Avengers Infinity War, yeah, that's is always gonna stay being one of my favorite MCU movies of all time. It really is. I don't see it being top for for a very long time. Thanos is still the best MCU villain by far. But yeah, that's my review for it.